What is up, everybody? Got another daily rant coming at you. Have a few thoughts I want to share. Today, the thought on my mind is, are you being offensive? Stick with me here. This will make sense. I was watching a stand-up comedian recently, and he pretty much opens his show with, by the end of this show, everybody's going to be offended. And A, made me chuckle. Nobody's that gutsy anymore. Second, got me thinking, how offensive are you being? Now, let me explain. When you start a journey of bettering yourself, of self-improvement, you're going to ruffle some feathers in some way, shape, or form. If you're an individual, if you're individualistic, if you have a brain rattling around in your skull and you have thoughts of your own, you're going to be offensive to somebody. The reason that is because you can't make everybody happy. Now, that seems oversimplistic, but it's very true. If you're striving to make everybody happy, you're just sitting around doing nothing. I read a book when I was younger. I'm pretty sure, I say younger loosely, like third grade. It was called How to Be a Perfect in Just 3 Days. Something to that effect. Spoiler alert, by the end of the book, this kid was sitting in his room, drinking tea, doing nothing. And that was the lesson, was if you're a perfect person, you're boring. If you don't have flaws, if you're not human, then you're not doing anything impressive. And impressive doesn't mean $1 million or running a multi-million dollar company. Could just mean that you're not out there being noticeable, just being human, essentially. Guys, don't be afraid to go out and offend people. I'm not saying, walk up to somebody and start chewing somebody out for no reason whatsoever, but form your own thoughts, form your own opinions, form your own beliefs, question things. Go do something that's going to, do something for you. Be a little selfish. Don't go overboard, but go out and be you and say screw the world. What do you care? Sometimes you got to say you do you. I got a lot of people in my life that, that we have conversations and they get offended sometimes and I get offended. At the end of the day, we're still friends, we're still family. Ain't nothing wrong with it. So guys, don't be afraid to be offensive. Don't be afraid to get offended. It means we're all human. It means we're all interesting. The minute you stop offending people, the minute you give in to the idea of I got to make everybody happy, my friend, you are going to lead a very boring, dull life. If this brought meaning to your day, I hope it did. If you learned something, again, I hope it did. Drop me a follow, share this with somebody, like the video. Hope you all have a great afternoon.